Hello. Thank you for joining my channel. This is Queen Fee. I am going to try my best to make this message as short and sweet as possible. Today I was drawn towards how to love yourself affirmation cards. Self-love is so important, and when trying to draw in more of our desires, self-love is one of the greatest ways of doing that. So our first card says, I freely express who I am. It is my birthright to express myself in ways that are fulfilling to me. My business is prosperous. I rejoice in other people's successes because I know there is plenty for everyone. I am precious and I cherish who I am. I am worthy of my own love. I don't have to earn love any more than I have to earn the right to breathe. And so our cards are drawing you to express yourself. Be your authentic self, because in being your authentic self, when it comes to business, that's what's going to help you be successful. Keep in mind that when people are drawn to your business, they are drawn to you. They are actually paying for a piece of you, a piece of your personality. So always express yourself, be who you are. And when you see someone else's business soaring and rising, celebrate with them. Celebrate as though it is your success, because your success is coming. I do want to go ahead and draw from our Ask Our Guides. And then we're going to pull just a few self-care cards from the Sacred Self-Care Oracle deck, because self-love and self-care go hand in hand. Let's just see what our angels and spirit guides want us to know right now. Give me just a second to get the cards, and then I will adjust the camera so that you can see them as well. You know what? I'm noticing the pattern of the green, which is making me really feel like the heart chakra is so important right now. Yes, this is all about the heart chakra. The first card we have is Compromise, Master Teacher, followed by Survival, Healer Guides, and then our third card, Imagination, Inner Child. I am so drawn to this inner child photo right now. I've been embodying a lot of my inner child energy here lately. I've been allowing myself to just go freely and just express myself and just do what I want to do when I want to do it. The beautiful part about being an adult and wanting to express your inner child is that there's no adult that's going to ruin your playtime. So I just want to go ahead and throw out that it might be time to indulge in some inner child play. And our first card is Compromise, Master Teacher, Concession, Fairness, Democracy, Neutrality, Your master teacher is reminding you that nothing is entire good or bad, even people, and that every person has their own version of reality, which may not necessarily agree with yours. Instead of arguing with or feeling wronged by those who refuse to submit to your point of view, give up your righteous and rigid demands and broaden your perspective to include the interests of those you struggle with now. Mentally, move towards center and open your mind to look at the situation from their point of view. Although it's easy to feel indignant and defensive as you deal with this current impasse, the truth is that no one's trying to harm you. Instead, your detractors are simply supporting their own interests and priorities, which are different from yours. Rather than reacting emotionally to their resistance, strive to understand them. Be mindful not to be overly self centered. However justified it may feel, strive to be fair instead. Your master teacher's message: accept that your interests are no more or no less important than those of those people around you. So, the only way to progress to higher ground is to compromise. It is hard to compromise sometimes, but Spirit is letting you know that when you are called to this, I'm going to call it a great debate, because that's what it feels like right now. It feels like a great debate. And then here we have survival. And so, in the great debate and wanting to prove our points or be right, oftentimes we are reacting from or the survival part of us, to where a wound in us is triggered and it causes us to get very defensive, right? And this wound may have come from something that happened in childhood. As things happen to us, we just bury it and we suppress it. However, when something happens in life, we respond from those past experiences. So be careful in how you react. Our next card is Survival. Healer guides: suspicion, endurance, vigilance, perseverance. Your healer guides surround you and lovingly embrace your momentarily injured spirit. They want you to recognize that all attacks, betrayals, or injuries you've suffered, whether they were through the unconscious behavior of others or through your own misunderstanding of poor choices, have left you physically wounded and fragile. It's no wonder your guard is up. It's difficult to trust even yourself at this time, but you must. And the only way to do this is to stop blaming yourself or others for what has occurred and forgive all the way around. Learn from your experiences and strengthen your boundaries and judgment. All human beings make grave and sometimes terrible mistakes. It's not your fault that you feel violated. It's a lesson to learn from. Nor is it weak to acknowledge that you've been hurt. Denial may serve you in the midst of crisis, but it only handicaps you if you stay mired in it. Admit your injuries and disappointments and allow the nurturing forces of your healer guides to step in now. They're able to soothe your soul and reweave your aura with their loving light and nurturing forces. Trust their influence by dropping your defenses and acknowledging your wounds. They urge you to seek support from capable, caring professionals who can help you learn from these disturbing experiences and show you how to prevent them from occurring again. This message: the danger has passed. You are safe. It is time now to heal and learn from your experience. Yes, so it was exactly what I felt from this card. It is time to work on that heart chakra, to heal and to release what no longer serves. We are going to go back into childhood even, but where it's time to revisit those wounds, revisit those traumas that has been buried inside, and it's time to reparent them, to comfort that inner child and let that inner child know that they are now safe. So yes, This is, yeah, I'm loving this reading so far. This resonates with me also. I am in a very fragile state of healing myself in Reiki, and it's time to face those inner demons. It's time to face our shadows. Our next card that we have is Imagination, Inner Child. Nocturnal dreams, daydreaming, reverence, fantasy. Your divine inner child spirit is knocking at your door, inviting you to step away from a serious life filled with too much work and drudgery and allow yourself some well deserved playtime. Your life is presently over controlled by others' needs and much too burdened with responsibilities. Consequently, you're losing touch with your inspiration and creativity. Listen to your inner child. Take time to daydream, fantasize, visualize, wonder, and explore. Feed your inner child with art classes, theater tickets, concerts, and other types of recreational activities. If you don't honor your inner child's needs, he or she will get your attention by throwing one heck of a childish tantrum, manifesting as a chronic bad mood or a nasty depression. You need this magic right now. Your inner child's message, come play with me. So, yes, that inner child is ready for some healing, but that inner child is ready for some fun. And like I said in the beginning, when you are an adult, there is no one to come in and interrupt that play and say, hey, clean up your mess. I need you to put this away. Time's up. Go to bed. Like, you can do whatever it is you feel called to do. Let that inner child play. And before I end this message, let's go to the sacred self-care. I'm going to pull 3 of these cards. Beautiful. I love the pictures on this. And the first card that we have is make a meal. And the mantra for this card is I am nourished by food infused with love. When made with love and intention, food has the power to nourish us beyond a physical level. Prepare yourself a beautiful meal that's healthy and delicious, perhaps a favorite from childhood, or a dish with seasonal ingredients bought from a market or shop offering organic and local produce. Remain mindful and present throughout the entire process, consciously infusing love and gratitude into the food that you make. Eat it with the same level of presence and appreciation. Whether you are hosting a grand feast with loved ones or a weeknight dinner for one, a simple dish or the most complex cuisine, take great pride in knowing that your 2 hands created it. The journal prompt for this card is what is your favorite meal from childhood? How can you recreate this meal for yourself and make it equally meaningful and tasty? Just a quick suggestion on that one. As we grow up, we have adopted habits from our parents, our grandparents, people that we were around growing up. And sometimes we may not have picked up the best eating habits. And so I encourage you when recreating one of those childhood meals, what could you do to make it healthier for your mind, body, and spirit? Now, if you are drawn to a juicy, drippy cheeseburger, that is all fine and dandy. Eat it with intention. Eat it with the intent that it is going to please your inner child, please your soul, but also nourish your body with the proper nutrients that it is needed. Even if it is something that is quite unhealthy, whatever you tell it, the body will react and respond to just that. Next card we have is ground yourself. The mantra for this card: I am grounded, stable, and strong. Come into the present moment, connect with the earth, and establish yourself in a harmonic state through grounding. This practice helps you integrate higher messages and callings by bringing them fully into your physical body through the earth's energy field. To ground yourself, sit or walk barefoot on the ground. Meditate on the sensation of connecting with the earth. Close your eyes and imagine your body growing roots into the ground. Visualize the roots going deep, all the way to the center of the planet. Picture yourself drawing in the energy from the earth's core and using it to nourish your mind, body, and spirit. When you open your eyes, allow yourself to feel calm, centered, and clear. You can also ground yourself by eating a nourishing meal that contains root vegetables, gardening, shaping things with clay, or spending time in nature. Find an activity that makes you feel fully present in your body and appreciative of the connection you have to the earth. The journal prompt to go along with grounding yourself is: how do you feel after taking the time to connect with the earth physically and through a visualization meditation? So, yes, this goes along with the inner child. So, ground yourself, enjoy yourself, have fun today. And our third and final card is intuition. I listen to my intuition as it leads me on my highest path. Intuition is the insight that comes before thought and without thinking. It is an innate knowledge of what is in alignment with our highest good. It is the energy of the universe that directs us on our life path, nudging us toward the choices that will fuel our growth. Intuition resides within the heart and goes beyond logic or reasons. Its messages are shared without judgment or need to be defined. Reinforce intuition's essential role in maintaining your well being and connection to the spiritual realm by listening to it and acting upon it regularly. Keep track of when you receive an intuitive message and how often it turns out to be right, either by making a mental note or writing it down. As you notice the trend of your intuition as guiding force, you'll come to trust it more and more. The journal prompt for intuition is: recall a time when you intuitively knew something was a bad idea but ignored your intuition. How can you learn from this experience? How did it turn out? I do want to point out that right now we are wrapping up Venus in retrograde. That is making a lot of people feel emotional at this time. Either loving or irritated from past traumas. This is a time where exes may resurface. Um, but this is also a time, because it is, we just had the full moon in Cancer. It is also a time of heightened intuition. So pay close attention to the things that you felt, the things that you heard, because that is your intuition speaking to you, letting you know. And the stronger you build your intuition, the better your day is, because you're able to flow, you're able to receive guidance all throughout the day, which is going to benefit you in your personal life, in your business, and just prospering with your overall health and everything in general. So that is our message for today. I hope this was helpful. Have a wonderful day. Bye.